of Being Well Connected. It's my very first book. Yes. Is, as the book says, the art of being well connected through blatant self-promotion. And, you know, a lot of times people are really afraid to say, hey, I'm really good at this, or I do this, and promote themselves. And I must confess that I am an introvert. Well, Sharitha would say, no, I'm not. But it took a lot of work to be able to get up and speak like this. All right? And so Schmingling is a way to position or leverage, position yourself for leverage so that you can move up or gain access to people and places and things that you wouldn't ordinarily get. Right? So here's some example of some Schmingling success stories. So we have Oprah. Now, Oprah did some things that helped her to move up the ladder. You know, but first she was a good student, and then she was a beauty queen. She participated in a beauty contest. And then she worked at a radio station or a television station when she was a teenager. And then she moved up and moved up. But she made connections, and she kept moving up. Leverage is the power or ability to act effectively or to influence people. How many people want to influence people to buy their product, to do something, to volunteer for it? So a little bit about me. Now, I told you already that I was an introvert, and I'm not anymore. But I'm sure that how many people would consider themselves to be a little shy, a little intimidated, introvert? Only the people who aren't raise their hand. Well, that was me. That was me. Years ago in grade school, I wanted to be popular. You know, in grade school, you want to be popular. But I noticed the other girls who were popular, what were they doing? How were they talking? How were they standing? Who were they talking to? How did they move up in status? And why was I still, you know, quiet and left behind? So I had to figure out how people did that, how people moved, and how people got the attention. And here's a tip. How many people watch like Access Hollywood or Extra? And you see all these stars, and it looks like they're everywhere, right? How did they make this money? And now they're over here, and now they do that. It's positioning. It is. It's just positioning. And so, yeah, I wanted some fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. As queen. Did you get it? Queen? Okay. I wanted to be famous, and I wanted money, and I wanted a beautiful house. But I was an introvert. I couldn't sing or dance, which was really important in the 8th grade. And I wasn't popular. So I had no leverage. I didn't have leverage to do anything. I wasn't particularly good in math, and you know, I was pretty above average in English, but that doesn't get you, you know, in any parties, right? So I had no leverage. The 5 C's of Schmingling, and in Schmingling, it helps you gain leverage. So I created these tips for creativity, confidence, credibility, consistency, and connectivity. Well, here's a way to help them out. Whenever you see a camera, whenever you're at an event and you see someone with a camera, go up to the cameraman or the videographer and say, hey, I'm available to take pictures, or I'm available to make a statement. It works. I'm telling you, I didn't even know what I was doing at that little red door. I didn't know it was a little red door. Oh, great, because I can't wait for that Fred guy. And that was the president of Little Red Door.
Oh, wow.
And so, of course, I didn't know what I was talking about. But I had, you know, camera time, and everybody in the room thought I was important because the camera was on me, right? These are things to do to build your credibility, to build your standing, and give you more leverage. Write an article for an industry magazine. For instance, if you're in the health and wellness industry, right? You might want to submit an article to Shape Magazine. Submit articles. They want stories. They need stories. You get your name seen by tons of people. People will look to you. If they're looking for a Tracy Lynn person, they'll say, oh yeah, I want her. she must know what she's talking about because she's in the magazine. Just like with writing an article, people want subjects to write on. When you submit an article as well, you get written about too. Sometimes what you do is just talk to a reporter or talk to the person who's writing about it, the article. You're just you're a resource for the author. This is the actual Wall Street Journal article that I was in. It's called "Are We All Braggarts Now?" Now, you don't want to get into something, if you're going to be in the Wall Street Journal, you want it to be something kind of positive. And that was, it ended up being really positive because it talks about people bragging about, say, a vacation. Oh, I went on this wonderful vacation where really, they just stayed home and, under sunlight. But they're bragging. But I said, well, what is name-dropping bragging? The reporter, I said, hey, is name-dropping bragging? She said, yes. And I told her this really great story. She loved it, and she printed. I got some pretty nice real estate in there. And then in Ebony as well. They wanted something about law of attraction stuff, and I just happened to have an experience with it. And I told her, and I got in there. They say you were in the Wall Street Journal. People are always going to say, oh, wow. Did you say, oh, wow? So that's credibility too. And you don't have to say a word, but it speaks for you. Get on camera. How many people see me on Facebook? Today.
Yes.
Yeah. Today. I am at the gas station, minding my own business, and this man in a beautiful red Ferrari pulls up. And I said, hey, will you get out of your car and take a picture of me in front of your car? Visioning. We were doing some manifestation exercises. We wanted to draw things into us, right? So I put on Facebook in front of that red Ferrari, this is my new car. This is what I purchased with my Mega Million lottery. All day, people are calling me. People are texting me. This woman I met one time who lives all the way in New Zealand. New Zealand. She is like, congratulations. I am always telling people nobody ever wins it. Now I know a winner. I can't even but these are some people that I met. Whenever you're taking a picture with someone, an influencer, I'll call these influencers, people who have credibility in the community, you always get what's called implied endorsements. So it looks like Soledad O'Brien is saying, oh, wow, she's cool. I'm going to get a picture with her. Right? When all we did was like, hey. But everybody feels in the front. And George Benson, you know who George Benson is? Hey, get on film. All right, see, I was in an online soap opera. Yeah, I did everything. I did everything to get my face on. It was good. You watched it. It was one of the first things I did because I knew I wanted to get something. I needed to have a body of work to get leverage, right? And so that was something I did. I said, well, I'll act in this online soap opera, and I had a really great love scene. No, it's just like kissing, but it wasn't bad. It was hot. And here's some other things. I was on Religion in the News. Ask me later how you can get on Religion in the News. You can tape it, and it'll be on YouTube, and you can play it on your Facebook page over and over and over again. And your friends will be like, wow, she's on TV. It's credibility, it's leverage. This is another story I did when I donated my kidney. They did a story. It's my cousin's husband that I donated to. And that's me. And that's me interviewing Dan Rather. Now, I'm on-air talent for IC Indie Mag. It's an online magazine, but I get to interview some really famous people. And, of course, it's implied endorsement as well. And I can show you how to get on there, too. And be remembered by your influencers, the people that you want to influence. Now, I love send-out cards. Anybody here do send-out cards? Have you heard of it? I love send-out cards. But I love to use them. In fact, I won $1,000 $1,000 using send out. This is the card, a copy of the card that I sent to the lady who inspired me to do what I do. So I put all the pictures of all the people that I got to meet because of her inspiration. So I mailed this to her. And it's touching. She's not going to throw it away. It's got her picture on it with her book. So send out cards are great to do. Leaving a trail for other people to see. People Google you all day long. Do you know that? Mm-hmm. Be Googleable. Be Googleable. When people look you up, because they will. Just like today, if they Googled me, they'd know that I did not win the lottery. Googleable, be followable, be social media friendly, because that's how people check up on you and find out if you are legitimate or not. Right? Mm-hmm. You need that leverage. Be Googleable. You'll find out how to find your niche. Now, how many people know what their niche is? You know? You're lucky.
Yeah.
You know how to build your fan base? Anybody know how to build their fan base? Yeah? Okay, I can help you with that. It's in the book. Monetize your passion. How many people have monetized your passion? I know some entrepreneurs here, so I expect a whole bunch of hands. Come on. That's right. Monetize your passion. Get media buzz. Now, I just showed you some examples of how to get some media buzz. I mean, there's tons more. And write your own book. How many people are interested in writing their own book? Yeah. It's good. You know, now, as an expert, people won't consider you for speaking gigs. You know, you're just not like you're not anything. But having a book gives you that boost in credibility. And it helps you stand out, even if you're an introvert like I am. Your copy, I have some there, 1995, but they're full color. It's my first time seeing a book full color. It's got some pictures of people and a lot of the tips that I just spoke.
You know,
you have one?
You told us to ask you some questions.
Harold, H-A-R-O, help a reporter out. Now, if you just need to Google that or put it in there, it's free. This is like a hub for all reporters of blogs, newspapers, television shows like Dr. Oz, and they all go to Harrow to look for sources for stories they need them real quick. Thank you, Ms. Renee. Thank you so much for having me.